not do work visa for people and the truth about work visa for Canada. If someone is interested in working in Canada, the person will need to have or write IELTS exam, apply on the IRCC website through the work permit section. After doing that, then the person will through job bank or various job sites for looking for job in Canada. So now, vacancies in Canada usually ranges from 3 vacancies from a company to 10 or to 15. The highest that I've seen so far was 15 vacancies. Well, in some instances, you could see 20, you could see 50, but it's not in all cases. It's rare. So most of the vacancies are within 3 vacancies to 5 vacancies to 10 vacancies, and they put it out to the world. So imagine the whole world applying for that 3 vacancy or that 5 vacancy or that 15 vacancy. All over the world, everybody is applying for that same vacancy that you are applying for, or that a client met me to apply for him or her. Now, when you apply for that vacancy and millions of people apply for that same vacancy, before they can get to your number, before they can get to your credentials and all that, it could take them months. Sometimes 3 months, 4 months, 5 months before they'll get back to you. And when they get back to you, they might have reached the limit of the number of people that they want to employ, or you might not meet the credentials. There are situations where your qualifications might not be enough. There are other people who are more qualified than you. They will prefer to take them. So your chances of getting a job through the work permit is low, because there are millions of people applying for that 3 vacancy or that 5 vacancy or that 10 vacancy that you see in any company in Canada. Now, in order for you to even get at least 1 to highest 3 or 5 interviews from Canadian employers, you will need to submit your CV and apply for jobs, not 100 jobs, not 200 jobs, over 300 to 500 jobs. You will need to apply to those number of jobs to be able to get at least 2 to 5 interviews or even a response from an employer, because there are millions of people applying for jobs all over the world, not just you. So that is why it is quite difficult to get a job in Canada from your country. Except when you are inside Canada, that is when it will be easy for you to get a job. But if you are outside Canada, it will be quite difficult for you to get a job. Sometimes it will take you a whole year to be able to go back and forth with someone that wants to employ you. Sometimes 2 years, sometimes 3 years. It depends on how they get back to you. So if you have the patience to keep on waiting to apply for jobs, and then when you apply for one job, you don't wait until they get back to you before you can move forward. No, as you are applying for one job, you are applying for the next one, you are applying for the next one, you are applying for the next one. So you will spend a month, 2 months, months applying for different types of jobs. And you'll be tailoring your CV every time you need to send it to another employer or apply for another job that is similar to what you know how to do. So it is quite stressful. That is why I don't apply for work visa for people. It takes a lot of time, it's time consuming, and the duration is quite long. It is based on probability. You don't know whether you will get the job or not. So whenever you see people saying that they got a job in Canada within 1 month, they are relocating to Canada, they got a job within 3 months, they have processed their LMI, all those things, if they tell you how long they have been applying for those jobs, if they tell you how long it took them, if they tell you the tears and the duration, the waiting, these numerous applications that it took them, you will be shocked. They will only come to show you the end result on the time that they gave them, but the time that they started it, they won't tell you. So it takes at least 1 to 2 years at most to get a job in Canada when you start applying for it. So that's why I don't really work on work visa for people. Honestly, it's time consuming for me. Also, when you apply for this work visa, there are some that require IELTS, some that require no education, some that require no experience. So you will need to be searching, you will need to be taking your time. So I will do a separate video where I'll be showing you the different sites that you can apply for jobs in Canada. If you have the time to apply for 100, 200, 300, 500 jobs to be able to get at least 1 to 5 responses, fine. If you are interested in doing that, there's no problem about that, but I really do not do that. It takes a lot of time from me. So that is just the truth about work visa.